If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. It's now trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
A lot of people discussing sports today. Caitlin Clark is one of the top trending topics. The first round of the WNBA playoffs happened yesterday, and Caitlin Clark, star of the Indiana Fever, got poked in the eye so hard. I've never seen anything like it in sports.
Ooh.
I mean, it's hard to watch.
I can't watch anything about eyes.
I know you
poked eyes or anything like that.
You're sensitive about eyes, but this woman comes up over her head, and it's like a rocket coming down right at her eyes, and just I think she got a black eye from it. So a lot of people discussing just the WNBA and how exciting this season has been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks to Caitlin Clark.
Certainly
all to Caitlin Clark.
So people can't believe how exciting this season has been. So that is one sports story. Taylor Swift is trending again because she did not show up at the Kansas City Chiefs Atlanta Falcons game yesterday.
Oddly enough, though, they did win without Taylor being there.
Yeah, surprising.
Ooh. Yeah, so Patrick Mahomes as the second string quarterback behind Taylor.
Yeah,
I guess he managed to put some stuff together.
Calling all those plays, drawing up the plays and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, she draws up plays. I think she's awesome. She's awesome, man.
What else could he say, though? He's like, I can't stand the attention about Taylor Swift. He's got to play the role, which is kind of annoying.
But their kicker, what's his name? Harrison Butker. He is outselling Travis Kelce and Aaron Rodgers both on merch.
That's hard to believe.
His merchandise is selling more than Travis Kelce. There are more people wanting to buy stuff with his number and all on it. And
he's a kicker?
Yeah.
That is truly hard to believe. That is wild.
Yeah, but that's not why. It's because of his pro-family stance and how, when you spoke at that Catholic college commencement speech, commencement address that he had.
Wow.
I think that's a lot of it. And he is good. He's the best kicker in the league, isn't he?
He's really good.
If you're on the Chiefs, you're probably the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
So those are some sports stories, but I know the whole world has one question. What happened between Tia and Tamara? I mean, as a kid of the 90s. Sister? 1994. I mean, that was a staple of that programming block on ABC at TGIF. Tia and Tamara, famous twins. Always lovely and funny and charming. Apparently, they don't get along anymore, and that was revealed in this little teaser for Tia's upcoming reality show.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that they, for years, have not been getting along, but really? I didn't know they were completely on the outs where they don't talk at all.
I hate that.
I do too. I don't know. For some reason, I was feeling extra nostalgic. I was like, they can't even get. I've never even heard of twins not getting along, let alone celebrity twins. That's kind of wild. But people are wondering. And now a source says they were talking about their physical distance between each other. One lives in one part of California, the other lives in Los Angeles. I was like, no, we saw the video. He said he don't get along with his sister. So everybody's asking about that. And then there's a lot of Diddy news. We'll probably cover it in later editions of Now Trending. But right now, that is what's now trending.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe some people are wanting some information about what's happening with the show. I don't know. No one has spoken up over the weekend on various social media outlets or anything. But we do have another statement to give. If you've been looking for that, we'll give it to you next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Every weekday on your radio and 24/7 wherever you get podcasts. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay. I know you all are looking for more information about the changes that we've had to make with our show, but we simply cannot give any further details. To the many radio family members who have shared our lives and shared your lives with us and have given your support through the years, we'd just like to say thank you. We've been forced to make big changes quickly, and we know we're still going to bring you a quality show. We just ask you give us a chance. One of our affiliate stations has decided to not give us that chance. It also happens to be the biggest one, K104.7, our flagship station in our home market of Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, I say that simply so that the people in the Charlotte area can continue listening to our show by streaming or downloading the entire thing every day. You subscribe at Spotify, Apple, the TJ and Riggins app, or wherever you get podcasts. And please go sign up to get special perks by becoming TJ's Fanaticos member at tjriggins.com/Fanaticos. So if you live in the Charlotte area or anywhere that you need better access to our show, it is available on Spotify, Apple, the TJ and Riggins app. Thank you. And God bless you for your continued support. We really appreciate it. Now, I found out something this morning that I never knew. I don't think I ever knew, Riggins, that Martha Stewart once dated Anthony Hopkins. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Isn't that a weird couple?
Yeah. I don't see a lot of laughing happening between those two. They're not cracking jokes.
And you know why they broke up?
Why?
She said she broke up with him because she couldn't stop associating him with his Hannibal Lecter character from Silence of the Lambs.
I believe that. But
that is crazy.
Oh, he was so convincing.
Yeah, I know, but if you've ever seen him where he's not in any type of character, he's kind of a fun-loving guy. He's funny.
Is he?
He's like, yeah, he's just like, you know, just a regular guy.
I kind of picture him as Hannibal Lecter all the time as well. But you know,
what a
it
curse
worked.
though. What that would be.
Yeah.
To be so good as an actor.
Yeah. If anybody's going to fall in love with Hannibal Lecter, it's going to be Martha Stewart. I mean, that kind of actually does make sense. She's like, I like him. That's weird.
But it doesn't go into detail about how, did she think of him as Hannibal Lecter, you know, during alone time?
Yeah, right.
Did that creep her out? Or were they just, you know, she was cooking dinner for him and he's hanging out drinking wine and talking to her while she's cooking and helping her in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden she looks up. All I can picture is you with bars over your mouth, strapped to that hand truck.
Where's your daddy, girl? Was he a coal miner? Did he stink of the lamp? And that accent you've tried so desperately to shed, pure West Virginia. Yeah, I mean, the attitude is creepy. I'd totally get it. But she's kind of creepy, too.
Yeah. Maybe he thought that she acted too much like herself.
I think so.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Miss something? Don't worry. You can get the entire show 24/7 on the TJ and Riggins app. Now, TJ and Riggins.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey.
Make sure you go and download and subscribe and do all that you can do on our on our podcast and all of that kind of stuff. Apple, Spotify, TJ and Riggins app, YouTube's, the whole thing. Please subscribe. We'd love it. It seems to be, we get these stories all the time, you know, Riggins, where a guy and a woman will go out on a first date and then he wants to be reimbursed if the date didn't work out right. Mm-hmm. You know, we hear all that. So I ran across a story the other day where this couple met on a dating app and they hit it off. And they wanted to meet for coffee. They meet for coffee. She contacts him again and says, had a great time, but there's really no connection. But thank you. It was nice meeting you. And he immediately says, well, I need you to Venmo me the $6 for your coffee. It's like, the date didn't work out. We don't have a future here, so I want my money back for that coffee. I should have made you pay to begin with, but now that I see that there's not a future, you don't want to go out anymore, then I want that $6 back.
$6?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like so. I mean, it's beyond tacky.
So
Obviously.
you don't agree with that?
No. That has gotten way out of control. I saw mom asking for a Venmo for a kid staying over for a play date.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's crazy. There seems to be everybody's totally fine doing it. They don't see it as tacky at all.
Mm-hmm. Because, people don't have shame anymore.
Is that what it is? Maybe it is.
Yeah.
But $6 for a coffee, and you're a guy. It's just like, how pathetic can you be?
Mm-hmm.
You
that adds to it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. A man shouldn't be doing something like
No. Can you Venmo me immediately $6 for your coffee? Dude, I mean, she dodged a bullet with that one.
Yeah. And he shouldn't have, asked her for the $6 back. He should have just done what he was supposed to do, and that's just insult her.
Oh, yeah?
There's no connection with you? No. I'm the one that had no connection. You saddlebags.
Yeah. Really make a scene.
Yeah.
Make a scene. Blow it up. What's not to love about this?
I have such a hard time for asking people for money. Mm-hmm. Even when it's my money that I know they owe me, I'm just like,
It sucks. But a date, this whole dating thing, trying to get reimbursed for a date is beyond reason.
And some of that comes from the thought process for guys of thinking that they're owed something. If I pay for a date, then the more that I pay for the fun night, the more it costs, then the more you owe me.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah. And do you really want a guy that's drinking a $6 coffee? I mean, is that a man? I mean, is that a man?
Yeah, I could easily see where a man's coffee order nowadays could put him out of the running for a date.
You need help. You honestly do.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Hey there. So if you're watching on YouTube, you might notice a little physical change in me. I shaved my head. No one even said nice haircut when I walked in
Well,
this
you're
morning.
wearing a hat.
How are we supposed to know?
I shaved my head. I had long hair before this. You don't even remember it. It was down to my shoulders, but I shaved it off because I had a bit of a stressful weekend.
Did you really shave it off? Take
Yeah.
your hat off and let's see.
Buzzed it.
Well, you
Yeah,
did it with,
I always say I know. We're
But
going to
it
mince
was like
words here.
a long guard.
Yeah,
it had
yeah.
a long guard on it. Yeah, it looks good. I always think you look good with short, cleaned up hair.
Oh, thanks. I was just going through it.
But was it to your shoulders?
Yeah.
Or are you being a little hyperbolic?
I don't know. I mean, how much can we dice up the statement I shaved my head?
Well, when you start it, as I shaved my head, if you shaved your head, it would look like mine or Rob's.
when you said that, I looked over. I was like, "No, you didn't."
That's not a shave?
No, a shaved
I used
head.
a shaver.
A shaved head, you cannot comb.
A shaved head you cannot comb.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah,
That's Play-Doh. I believe.
but yeah, you can still comb your hair.
Yeah. Well, anyway, trimmed my hair. I gave myself a haircut. Is that what?
That's what you did. Yeah.
Those semantics are out of the way.
Yeah. But then I called my dad because he's always like a good voice of reason for any time I'm stressed or whatever. And he goes, I'm like, "Hey, Dad, what's going on? You got a minute?" And he goes, "You suck." I'm like, "What?" Oh, he's like hosting the golf tournament. He put together a golf tournament in his retirement community, and there's like 155 guys. They raised a ton of money. I mean, it's an embarrassing amount of riches over there. But yeah, so he was not helpful at all. He was going, "You suck, dude." "Oh, we're going to call this guy Shankopotamus." I'm like, "Dad, I just need like 5 minutes if I can bounce some things off you, if you don't mind." So I was a little bit stressed. It turns out your parents are not always the best people to talk to when you're going through stuff.
No, not when they have lives that they're still living.
Yeah, I expect them to drop everything when I need to talk to them, but that just wasn't the case over the weekend. But I love them anyway. Did you know the one thing you should bring to nudist parties? I found this out over the weekend.
No.
There's one specific thing that nudists bring to other nudists' house, and it's unusual. They said it's an unspoken rule that you always bring a towel to sit on.
Yeah.
To sit on. And I thought that's like the most reasonable piece of advice from a nudist I've ever heard.
Yeah, it does. It would make sense. You don't want them sweating all over you.
Yeah.
You know.
And they
But
said-
then that proves that it's nasty.
Well, they said that's the biggest misconception, that there's nothing sexual going on. It's just really, they just like doing regular activities just with no clothes on, and that's the biggest misconception. I tend to disagree.
Yeah, I do too. It may not be where they're in there having orgies and stuff like that, but it is it's a fetish.
Yeah, I tend to
definitely. And then the fact that they own up to needing a towel to sit on shows that they realize how nasty it is.
It is nasty. You got to sit on a towel when you're going over to other people's houses. Mm-hmm. Get a grip. So I thought that was fun.
That's gross. Yeah. And they're not, none of them pretty people.
No.
In the article you read.
No models I saw.
Yeah. Nobody you'd actually want to see.
Not at all.
Okay.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show. If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. It's now trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Oh, more Diddy news. And not really, though. I mean, there's just a lot of Diddy stuff going on right now. And sort of his, like, the one story is that Jennifer Lopez's, her whole team is now on high alert because she's afraid of getting subpoenaed in this investigation because she was dating Diddy and was involved in that. You know, they fled a shooting and she spent time in jail because of him.
Yeah.
She was cleared in that, but they say her whole team's on high alert. They say Usher deleted all his tweets. Usher's now saying, no, I got hacked. Mm-hmm. And they deleted all your tweets. That's not usually how hackers work on Twitter.
Well, they say that unless it is like a political figure that that part of the government could be going after, you know, just for, you know, keeping that political person down in a way so he can't win again. They say that if you are indicted by that particular U.S. Attorney's office and the DOJ and taken to jail and no bail given to you and all of that, that it's probably going to be bad business for you because their rate of victory in that is 90-something%.
I did hear that.
The reason for that is that they don't arrest high-profile people, you know, unless they've got what they know is going to stand up in court, and you know you don't go to court unless you know you're going to win.
Yeah, right.
Is the motto there. So
somebody was saying like these cases are rare, but like you said, like a prosecution rate of very high. Yeah. So it's not good for Diddy, but the stories are out there. I mean, now Justin Bieber was trending over the weekend because people are pulling out these videos of Justin when he was a young guy and Diddy as an older adult, and very odd interactions between the two. So I don't know. It's just a lot of Diddy news going on today. So we'll keep an eye on that. Today is National Pot Pie Day. National Pot Pie Day. Mm-hmm. Not a romantic dish to prepare for somebody you love, really, is it?
Are you kidding? Man, it's always the good comfort foods that say I love you and I think you're hot. You're as hot as a pot pie.
Will you get down on a pot pie?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Will Jody tuck into a pot pie?
See, that's the thing. I would make delicious pot pies all the time in the winter, but she doesn't eat peas.
Oh, no peas.
It has peas in it. So I could do it without the peas, I guess. But
yeah. This is a dumb question, Rob. Do you eat a pot pie?
No, I don't like pot pie.
Yeah, not surprised by that.
Have you ever had a homemade one? Not just one out of the box.
Yeah, no thanks.
You don't like them?
Yeah, my mom used to make them.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom really did a number on you. I just like saying that. His mom really did a number on him. It's just fun. So those are just a few things that are now trending.
All right, we're going to learn so much about not only how things are going in our society, but the ways that we need to move in our society. All with delicious audio clips we've gotten from the TikToks and the like. Coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Every weekday on your radio and 24/7 wherever you get podcasts. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Going around the world of the social medias to bring you some delicious audio to enhance your life. That's what we do. Starting with kind of a public service announcement, because evidently there has been, I don't know, maybe some sort of a genocide of lot lizards.
What?
We were talking about just the other day. Lot lizards are women who go around truck stops and they offer themselves to truckers for a few minutes at a time in exchange for money. And so there was a guy that was at a truck stop, and he asked an old timer about the lot lizards, and this was pretty telling, I think. You have it turned up over there, Rob? Yeah, here we go.
So what's the best place for lot lizards?
He said, "Where's the best place for lot lizards?"
I haven't saw a lot. Be honest, I haven't saw a lot lizard out here in years. The last one I've actually saw was down in Knoxville.
He hasn't seen one in years. The last one was in Knoxville.
Kidding.
Yeah, at the TA, the one on the east side of town.
Okay.
But hell, that was probably 20 years ago.
Hasn't seen one in 20 years. The lot lizard is becoming endangered. Well, they've always been in danger, but this is endangered.
I don't like that. It's a staple of the community.
Yeah. Little piece of Americana, the lot lizard.
And then this is doorbell footage of some guys, well-dressed young men, polite, knocking on a lady's door to survey her, and that didn't go well for them.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Mm-hmm. My name is Oliver. This is my friend Dorian. We're involved in volunteer work this morning. We've been visiting our neighbors and asking them a question, having brief conversations. We just want to get your opinion on a question, if I may. If there's one thing you would change in the world to make things better, what would you change?
You coming to my door in the morning.
Oh, ow.
If there's one thing in the world you would change to make it better, what would it be? You coming to my door in the morning.
That was about as quick as it gets.
Slammed it right there.
Oh, that makes me feel bad for those guys, though.
Yeah, they weren't really doing anything too crazy. They're just asking how you would change the world.
Yeah, but then where were they going to go when she answered it?
Probably
Which direction
Jehovah's
were they going
Witness.
to go? Oh, I don't know about any specific religions or faiths, Rob. We're not condemning any of that. Just could have been going. I think selling magazines.
Yeah.
Probably selling magazines.
The world-changing magazine.
And this lady has a pretty good theory. People are saying
$10 says Ben Affleck knew this was all about to go down and that J-Lo was about to be indicted along with all of the rest of them. And he said, I'm not going down for what you did in the 90s.
So she's saying that she thinks that that's the reason Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez split up, because he knew all this Sean Combs stuff was coming down.
That's crazy. I guarantee you Ben Affleck wants nothing to do with that, but that can't be the reason why he filed for divorce, or she filed for divorce from him, I think.
But he had already separated from her, so she was just formalizing it.
Mm-hmm. So think about that. We got more coming up.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Miss something? Don't worry. You can get the entire show 24/7 on the TJ and Riggins app. Now, TJ and Riggins.
So I just had to admit something really embarrassing during the commercial. Tech D Rob brought up the fact that, and I had seen this, Kathy Bates is starring in the reboot of Matlock. And I thought, who was looking for that? But she's getting a lot of press because she said, this is my final act.
Oh, really?
Like she's done with acting. That's what she said. So it's getting a lot of press, but I still don't know anybody that's looking for Matlock. But I thought, I never saw Matlock, but I remember the old guy with the white hair, and I was like, I didn't really ever see him do anything else. I feel like that was his only acting role. And so I quickly Googled. I had no idea that's Andy Griffith. No idea. At all. My parents were not Matlock people, and I've never seen it. So I was floored, though. I just picture Andy Griffith skinny and in black and white.
Yeah. That was
Matlock.
my mom loved the original Matlock.
Really? He's a detective?
No, an attorney.
An attorney. Okay. And Kathy Bates is going to play Matlock 2 or something.
I don't know.
Daughter
when
of
I
Matlock.
see reboots of shows like that, and then they change all of the stuff.
Yeah.
Where everybody who was white is now black, and everybody who's black is now Asian, and everybody who was a man is now a woman. And when they start doing all of that, it's like they're putting too much importance on the non-story stuff, and it's usually not good.
Okay, but I know that is starting up soon. Do you guys want to know what Dolly Parton orders at Taco Bell?
Sure.
I would love to.
Sure.
That was my exact reaction. If somebody's like, hey, we know what Dolly Parton orders at Taco Bell, I want to know.
I'd love to know anybody famous as Taco Bell, or I'd be all about it.
I completely agree, Rob. I'm so glad I have a partner in crime on this because I feel the same way. I want to know when Brad Pitt or when Ben Affleck is in that drive-thru with Jennifer Lopez and he's angrily smoking. I want to know what he's getting at McDonald's. Like, what is Ben Affleck eating? So I found out what Dolly Parton orders at Taco Bell. She did this interview with Business Insider. She gets one soft taco supreme. She goes, I like it with the sour cream and all that in there. And then she gets a side of rice and beans with the mild sauce. Now, I don't know anybody that gets the rice and beans.
No.
I feel like that my grandfather would have been like, do they have rice and beans there? That's something he would buy.
Or the pintos and cheese. Do they even have the pintos and cheese anymore?
That's what I thought she was talking about, but I don't even know what this is a reference to. I'm assuming.
The only beans they have are the refried beans, I think. Yeah.
They got black beans too.
They do?
I think so, yeah.
I'm not looking at that part of the menu.
I totally agree with you. But it is shockingly a small order. I mean, she's got a waist that's probably 6 inches around. So it's not surprising that she just gets one soft shell taco and some rice and beans, because that would be like half of my appetizer at Taco Bell.
Did they ask how she acquires it? Does she have it delivered by Uber Eats? Does she send someone to go get it and bring it home? Does she sit out in the car, crouched down while they run in and get the order? I mean, how does it work? Dolly Parton going to Taco Bell.
She gives all the details. She said, me and my husband, a couple nights a week. This is what she said. They take their RV over to Taco Bell for a date night. That's what she said. And I totally believe it. For some reason, I totally believe her doing date nights at Taco Bell.
So he would be the one going in and getting the order, and all,
maybe,
because nobody knows. I don't think anybody would be able to spot him anywhere.
I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I mean, they've kept it. He's notoriously private. No name, not a lot of pictures. But yeah, maybe get Dolly's order today, and then whatever you like in addition to that.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Hey, thanks for listening to us and supporting us. We got a lot of things that will be changing, and a lot of things that will be staying the same. And all we ask is that you give us a chance to get things in order. And if you are used to listening to us on the radio in Charlotte, North Carolina, the radio station that carried our program decided they didn't want to carry the program anymore in its changed state. So make sure that you've got the TJ and Riggins app, and you've got us on Spotify and Apple and all of the things. Subscribe, please, and we're going to end up being top quality business. Well, we are now. We're top quality now. It's just that we've got some things that we have to change that are going to be entertaining for you. But Riggins, when you were in school, did your mama buy all of the pictures, the school pictures, when they would come in? There were different packages and all that. Did she buy all of them?
No.
They did it twice in my school each year. They would do the regular school pictures that showed up in the yearbooks and whatnot, and then they did Olin Mills pictures in the spring. They would come, an Olin Mills photographer would come in and do those. I know parents who wouldn't buy any of the school pictures for certain years of their kids when they were going through not so cute stages.
Oh,
like when their first permanent teeth are coming in and they're huge, and then the others are small. And,
I get that.
But I think that's ridiculous. You don't have to buy the whole thing. Just buy, one of them. Whatever you want to see what they looked like back then. And this was It's your kid.
Yeah, we were not a picture family, but my mom made a point to say, we know what you look like. Like they went the opposite way. But I would be so appreciative if they didn't I wouldn't want those goofy pictures of the awkward years.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a photographer that had to be removed from an elementary school because he allegedly was making inappropriate comments to the students during picture day.
What?
Now, what would you think an inappropriate comment to a student would be in 2024, Riggins, from a photographer on picture day? Not sexual. Not sexual.
Did he call him fat or something?
You would think that, right?
So, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing
This was much more innocent sounding. He allegedly asked one kid, quote, "Can I steal your identity?"
What?
And then this innocuous little question, I guess he's just trying to get the kid to smile.
Yeah.
In the picture, he said, quote, "Can I eat your soul?" End quote. Allegedly.
That's disturbing.
So he was removed.
Oh, they kicked him out for that?
Yeah. I mean, this ain't America no more.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show. If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. It's now trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, Travis Kelce, one of the top trending topics today. People are reacting to this picture of him on the bench during the Kansas City Chiefs Atlanta Falcons game yesterday. And people are saying he looks real sad. And I can't argue with that.
Well, why was he on the bench?
I don't know.
Was he just like resting because the defense was on the field, or
Probably,
did they take him out? Did he have a bad play, or anything like that?
Well, he was sitting down. I shouldn't have said on the bench.
Yeah.
He's sitting down.
But, yeah, he does look sad.
He looks real sad.
Because he's probably sitting there going, oh, my God, I should have rethought this haircut and mustache.
I mean, that is he's trying to make that work, right? What do we think about that?
What a look.
Yeah. He doesn't have to do that. He's a handsome guy.
Yeah, we've seen him with other hairstyles, and those work.
Yeah. You know who's got some old man hair? Greg Olson.
Yeah.
That looks like a wig pulled out of the 60s. I mean, I've never seen hair like that on a young guy.
No, it's kind of out there.
It's kind of old manish. I don't know. He's a handsome guy, though, so they'll be fine. So Travis Kelce trending this morning. Today is National Slim Jim Day. Well, it's National Snack Stick Day, but we all know we're talking about Slim Jims. We're talking about processed meat sticks for your face. When was the last time you guys had a Slim Jim?
It was sooner than you would probably think. Yeah, I love them. I would say maybe a month.
Really?
Maybe a month, yeah.
What's the scenario where you're getting a Slim Jim?
If I'm standing in line getting something else at a convenience store.
Okay.
Or if I'm on the road and looking for snacks.
That's a go-to.
Yeah, because where were we? We were driving back from from Louisiana back in the summer, and yeah, I had a bunch of them. Does
Jody roll her eyes when I feel like women are like, look at this? I mean, it's protein. I mean, it's
no.
not.
The only thing she says is,
yeah,
it stinks. God, it stinks. Ugh. You have to eat that in the car.
Is that bad? A Slim Jim?
Said. Yeah, it stinks.
Just can't even enjoy it. Nothing. And then I thought about Rob today because I saw that Keegan and Key and Peele, they no longer are close.
Oh,
did you see that story?
No, I didn't see that.
They said our passions have taken us in different directions. Sounds like they don't hang out at all anymore.
Well, it says they're still close. They just don't see each other.
Well, what does that mean?
Right?
They're not working together anymore. So, I mean, and what's the name making all those movies?
But they're still considered, like friends with each other. He's still my closest friend.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Could be a big cover-up. Who knows?
That Key seems like he's done gotten a little big for his britches. That's what it seems like to me.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Every weekday on your radio and 24/7 wherever you get podcasts. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
What, Riggins?
What?
What are you doing?
You know what?
You were bobbing
I
and
was-
weaving.
I
You
was
were bobbing
listening.
and weaving.
Yeah. Did you hear about the woman that said she likes to take a night off of parenting every week?
No.
She's a mother and a wife, and she also works. There's this whole write-up on the Today Show, and she explains how or why she decided to take a night off of parenting every week. And not only is she doing this, but her husband as well. She says that, every week she was beginning to feel burned out. She was losing passion in her marriage. And she said the solution, after talking to some friends, was taking a night off of parenting. So what she does, after work, she has the kids with the husband. She goes out on her own, plans a special solo meal. She says sometimes she likes to do a night hike, which sounds very dangerous. She'll go exercise something, but it's a couple of hour block. And she said her husband was convinced to do the same after she took on this new little adventure. So he takes a night off as well, and then they cover for the other one. But can you really take a night off of parenting?
No. You can go do something away from home, but you can't take a night off of parenting.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I mean, people, and I get, because I've had 2 little children, people act like that kids are just albatrosses around their necks.
Yeah.
I mean, these young parents talk about their children like they're having to deal with an out of control prison and they are the warden. If the kids are that bad and they're that difficult to deal with, then you've made some mistakes in teaching them and training them how to act. And I get kids are rambunctious. Kids can get on your nerves. Kids can be just exhaustive little creatures. But you got to go around talking about it all the time like you're in some sort of a work release program that you're asking for a night off with an ankle monitor just so you can get some fresh air. Come on.
It's funny you say that. Her quote was, having a designated night off has felt like a breath of fresh air after years of holding my breath. So what if this allows her to be a better parent and wife? Is it still worth it?
No, we got to take a break.
Okay, all right. More next.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app. Miss something? Don't worry. You can get the entire show 24/7 on the TJ and Riggins app. Now, TJ and Riggins.
This is kind of a morbid story, but it's fascinating. So South Carolina put to death an inmate on Friday, the first person in 13 years, I think, because they didn't have access to the lethal injection drugs. And they revealed his last meal, which I'm always interested in. And this guy was a monster. He killed 2 people. And so his last meal on Friday, lunchtime, 2 cheeseburgers, fries, a well-done ribeye steak, 6 chicken wings, 2 strawberry sodas, and a piece of apple pie. I mean, as far as last meals go,
that's pretty strong.
He pretty much nailed that one.
Yeah.
Right?
That's pretty good.
2 cheeseburgers, fries, well-done ribeye, 6 wings, 2 strawberry sodas, piece of apple pie. Mm-hmm. Delish.
Yeah. The dessert, I wouldn't have gone apple pie.
I wouldn't have gone apple pie. I might not even gone dessert. Mm-hmm. Give me 2 ribeyes.
No, I would want a dessert.
You like something sweet.
Mm-hmm. But people are under the misconception that you get anything you want from anywhere on your last meal, but that's not true. Most last meals are cooked in the mess hall.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's like, any other meal. You can have special requests that they'll do for you and all that. But if you say, I want a steak from the Capitol Grill.
Yeah.
Then they're not going to go to the Capitol Grill and get you a steak.
But this is not the regular food. They don't get wings and stuff in jail, do they?
No. But they're also not going to go to your request and get, B-dub wings or whatever. You just get what they can cook for you there.
Yeah, Rob, you better never kill anybody because you're not going to get Red Robin or...
Yeah, bring me no Taco Bell.
No Taco Bell. You'd really be screwed. So, terrible guy, see ya. But I thought, excellent choice on the last meal.
Yeah, if his life choices would have been as good as his meal choices,
Exactly.
he wouldn't have been in that position. So we're burning in hell right now.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
I didn't even know this was a thing, and it may be because I'm 91 years old. My name is TJ, and I'm 91 years old. I didn't know this was a thing. But there is a lady who made a TikTok of herself going to check something very important in her life that had been left on her porch.
So we hired a pumpkin front porch decorating service this year just because of our crazy travel schedule and wanting to get the porch up like right in the middle of it, and they just left. So let's go see what it looks like. Still in my PJs. Oh my God.
All right, so she goes out to her front porch, and there it is. It is beautiful. As a fall display, her front porch and her front door and everything has been decorated with all different types of pumpkins and different fall-looking things and all that. Never knew that was a service. Makes sense. Good for the people who have created that as a business.
It's remarkable.
You know, rich people will be using that service.
I guess.
Because it wasn't but, maybe 10 years ago that people who come and put up your Christmas lights and all for you became mainstream, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it's expensive, too.
But I kind of get that. You're up on a ladder. There's more danger involved. And this one just seems like, I don't know, you don't have 20 minutes to go put some pumpkins on your porch? You hire a server. I mean, God bless them. I hope they're making a killing.
Yeah. And I looked up one just at random, a place that does this service. Here's the one where if they decorate your front door with pumpkins and your front porch, it's $1,300. Average cost though is about $550, I think, for them to come out and put pumpkins in a creative way on your porch.
I was gonna say it was stupid before I heard the number.
Yeah,
Now it's just insane.
I mean, good for the pumpkin people.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, they're doing it.
Yeah, what the pumpkin patch should have an in-house. They should hire that position. Be like, hey, you want to buy a bunch of pumpkins? We'll send this person back, and you can. That would be smart too. But I mean, how much are pumpkins? $5? I mean, $1,300 to stack a bunch of pumpkins on your porch.
But these are different colored pumpkins. They're different sizes and shapes, so they make them look like arrangements and pieces of art up on the thing, the way they stack them. And all. They're still pumpkins.
There's still stacks of pumpkins. I don't care.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.